You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Howdy, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama coming to you with a single smart female listener question today. This question comes from Miss Oops, I Did It Again. Okay. And she writes, Dear Jen, I was mantourage dating last year somewhat successfully until I wasn't. Was met with heartache and had to take a break. I deleted all my online dating accounts for several months, but I recently met someone at a local concert. I wasn't prepared and I didn't have a mantourage. We hit it off, but I was definitely hyper-focused and I knew it was a mistake. Things have started to get confusing and we are on the verge of ending it because I believe I've put too much pressure on him to fulfill me in ways he's not ready to do. But at one point, he did ask me not to see other people. So my question is, do you think it's possible for me to begin mantourage dating again and keep him in my arsenal? Or should I end things with him and start my mantourage fresh? I have already created an account and I'm talking to a couple different men. Thank you so much for all of your wisdom. When I'm doing mantourage dating right, it gives me so much confidence and I feel like I'm in the driver's seat of my romantic life. Okay. Miss, whoops, I did it again. Let's say that I am very proud of you for going back to mantourage dating. Definitely the right thing to do. And yes, mantourage dating, although it doesn't always feel like it, but it really does put you in the driver's seat of your romantic life, sometimes without you even knowing or realizing it. And then there are times that you full on, you absolutely 100% feel it. Okay, so the first thing I want to address is that he asked you not to see other people. And this is not just for you, this is for every woman out there. If he asks you not to see other people, you have to define that more. So if a man asks you that, you're going to ask him, well, are you asking me to be in an exclusive romantic relationship? And then you get to decide from there whether or not you want to be in that. Okay. He doesn't get the privilege of your exclusivity if he hasn't asked you to be in an exclusive romantic relationship. Please don't see other people is not the same thing. It can mean more, but it's not automatically the same thing as, will you be my girlfriend? Okay. Does this mean that we're in an exclusive romantic relationship? Okay. So if that comes up again with anybody, you pose that question. Now, you're actually asking me whether or not you should get rid of him and start fresh, or can you include him? And I have no problem with you including him, although I would need to know a lot more about him, especially because he asked you to not see that. And then, of course, he's not ready to fulfill you on many levels, blah, 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 blah. And that's perfectly fine. The purpose of a mantourage is not every guy has to be 100% perfect all the time. Like my husband wasn't perfect when I first met him. He became really awesome over time. But at the beginning, there is no way he would have been a great partner. Okay, and that's the beauty of a mantourage. Now, granted, you want to bring men in there who maybe are even further than that. And of course, we're paying attention to the men that treat us the way that we want to be treated. So it is important that you start developing your mantourage. It's perfectly fine that you met him when you didn't have a mantourage, but open up your possibilities again and then start dating. Remember, you get to decide when y'all go into a relationship. He gets to ask and you get to decide when, if you want to. All right. And if you're not ready, that's perfectly fine to say. And he is more than willing if he finds out, hey, and recognizes that you're probably dating other people and he wants to back out, that's his right too. Nobody is forcing him into this situation, which is the beauty of all this, is that two people get to choose each other. Nobody is forcing anyone into anything. So there's no cage included in mantourage dating. It's about exploring options. It's about giving you your power back, with which historically women have felt very out of power when it comes to romantic stuff. And it's about you really learning who you are romantically so that when you do decide to go into a relationship, it's an amazing relationship for you and he loves being in it too. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. He doesn't get the privilege of your exclusivity if he hasn't asked you to be in an exclusive romantic relationship, aka your boyfriend. Hey, Lover Girl, don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are ready to finally stop being on the losing end of love, then listen up. I exclusively work with women like you who want it all: career, success, to be loved, adored, romanced, and who are willing to change the status quo in dating so that you can finally have the love life of your dreams, as well as a soft place to land at the end of your day. Most smart, successful single women I know and or have worked with have one thing in common. They are incredible at the rest of their life, but they feel powerless, uncomfortable, and awkward in romance. Just because you are smart does not mean you should figure it out on your own. I can guarantee you there are several pieces that you are missing. Big pieces. And in fact, one of the fastest ways to unravel all that's keeping you from the love life of your dreams is the secret society of adored women. But none of this means anything to your love life until you take the small step of courage by scheduling your application interview for the Secret Society of Adored Women at secretsocietyofadoredwomen.com. This is the way beyond the podcast opportunity to completely reinvent your dating and love life as it is happening. It's a love life makeover year where you can tell all of your craptastic dating and love experiences to kiss your hot ass. This is you having a real life romantic fairy godmama at your fingertips instead of ever wasting another moment on one-size-fits-all crap advice about men, dating, and love. These are the additional pieces that I won't reveal on the podcast or in public. We are going to cover the ins and outs of Mantourage dating, leaving nothing untouched. And I'm going to work with you directly to customize the experience in order for you to get everything you want out of life and love. Procrastination is the exclusive killer of all dreams, especially in your love life. It's time to get your dating and love life in order. It's definitely time to stop pretending you enjoy mediocre dating love experiences, but most of all, it's absolutely the right time to develop your Mantourage and let me help you create everything you want romantically. Magic included, no batteries required. Meet me over at thesecretsocietyofAdoredwomen.com to schedule your application interview.